The afternoon sun bathed everything in a soft golden glow, wrapping the world in calm warmth. After an exhausting week at work, I finally felt like I could breathe again, eager to spend some precious time with my daughter, Emma. Peace, so rare these days, settled over me as I watched her small legs carry her toward the park with unstoppable joy. Her tiny hand was tucked into mine as we walked together, a simple ritual that never failed to lift my heart. Before long, Emma was already sprinting toward the swings, her laughter filling the air like the purest melody. She was my anchor, my joy, my everything. And in that fleeting moment, life felt exactly as it should. Claire, my wife, had mentioned she'd join us after running errands, so I wasn't expecting her yet. But as we neared the playground, something across the field caught my eye. There was Claire standing uncomfortably close to Coach Tyler, the youth baseball coach. They were talking, smiling, their faces closer than they should have been. My stomach twisted, an icy weight pressing down as I tried to make sense of what I was seeing. Before I could react, Emma tugged at my sleeve, her innocent voice slicing through the haze. "Daddy, that's Coach kissing Mommy," she said casually, as if she were pointing out a bird in the sky. Time froze. My body locked up. I wanted to dismiss it, to convince myself Emma had misunderstood, but her steady, matter-of-fact tone left no space for denial. She had seen exactly what she said. Forcing the words past the tightness in my throat, I asked, "What do you mean?" My voice was barely a whisper, but Emma simply pointed again, calm and certain. "They're kissing, Daddy." The ground seemed to tilt beneath me. Claire, the woman I trusted completely, standing there like that with another man? My head spun, rage and disbelief colliding with a sharp edge of fear. And then Emma tilted her head again, still untroubled. "They do it all the time, Daddy. Why are you upset?" I swallowed hard, my chest tight. "All the time," I repeated, the words catching on my tongue. Emma only shrugged, her answer simple, almost indifferent. "They're always together." I wanted desperately to believe she was mistaken, that her child's perspective had twisted something innocent. But deep inside I knew better. Something inside me cracked in that moment. I couldn't ignore it anymore. The truth, whatever it was, had to be faced. The rest of the day blurred by. Back home, I went through the motions, but my mind stayed locked on the image of Claire with him. That moment in the park gnawed at me, relentless and sharp. By the time Claire walked through the door, the air in the house felt heavier. She looked the same as always, calm, beautiful, composed. But beneath it, I sensed something else. A subtle distance. A shift I had missed before. My heart pounded as I braced myself. I had avoided this question all afternoon, but I couldn't anymore. "Claire, did you kiss Coach Tyler today?" She froze mid-step, the spoon in her hand nearly slipping to the floor. Her face drained of color. And for just an instant, I caught it, a flicker of fear in her eyes. Silence stretched between us, suffocating. "What are you talking about?" she said finally, her tone too steady, too rehearsed, like she was trying to hide behind it. But I couldn't let it go. "Emma saw you. She said you two were kissing. What's going on, Claire?" Her gaze dropped to the floor. Seconds dragged by like hours. Finally, her voice cracked the silence, soft and trembling. "I didn't want you to find out like this." "Like what?" I pressed, my chest tight. Taking a shaky breath, she let the truth spill. "Tyler and we've been seeing each other for a while. I never planned for it, but it happened. I love him." The world seemed to vanish under my feet. This wasn't possible. It couldn't be real. The woman I trusted, the mother of my children, confessing she loved another man? Why? I managed to choke out. "Why would you do this to me?" Tears streaked down her cheeks, her hands trembling. "I never wanted to hurt you. But Tyler was there when I needed someone. We grew close, and one thing led to another. I'm sorry. I really am." Her words shattered me. I felt numb, barely able to breathe. This was the woman I built my life with, now standing before me, admitting she chose someone else. "I don't know if I can do this anymore, Claire," I whispered, my voice breaking. "I'm done." She reached out, desperation in her voice. "Please don't leave. We can fix this. I promise." But I only shook my head. It was too late. Some things couldn't be repaired. Once trust is broken, it never returns the same. The following days blurred into heartbreak. Claire moved out. The kids stayed with me, and I did everything I could to shield them from the storm inside me. But how do you explain betrayal to children? How do you tell them their family is breaking apart? Claire and Tyler stayed together. Seeing them was agony, but I had no choice. My focus had to be my kids, and rebuilding what pieces of life I could. I stepped into the role of a single father, finding strength I never knew I had. The days were heavy, the nights longer, but I refused to stay chained to her choices. I had to move forward, for my children, for my sanity. Months passed. The sharpness of betrayal dulled, though the scar remained. Sometimes I missed Claire, missed what we had, but I couldn't deny the truth. She chose someone else, and in doing so, destroyed what we built. Over time, I learned that betrayal isn't just about the act itself. It's about the trust it shatters, the love it erases, the ache that lingers long after. But it's also about resilience, the strength to rise, the courage to rebuild, and the wisdom not to let another person's choices define your life. If you're walking through something similar, don't chain yourself to a toxic bond out of fear or obligation. There is always a way forward. You deserve a life rooted in trust, love, and respect, not in the ruins of someone else's betrayal.